Hi everyone, I'm Rashmi, social media manager at Core, and I have Kobus with me who will walk us through the idea of cognition with AI agents. Hi Kobus. Uh, so we have talked a lot about memory and context, and I would like to take a next step into talking a bit more about cognition because this feels like the layer where AI agents stop being reactive and start behaving with intent. And I would love to have your understanding on this one.
Great, thanks Rashmi. Thanks for having me. Yes, I like the idea of cognition. I like the phrase cognitive AI, and that really ties into AI having cognition, right? So it's able to see, it's able to hear and understand, it's able to speak back to us in natural language generation, in audio. And what's becoming increasingly important when it comes to cognition is also being able to draw from memory. And it's almost like a hidden, previously undiscussed layer of cognition where we recognize that part of his intelligence is being able to recall things from the past.
I've been thinking about cognition much related to intelligence because these two terms are often used interchangeably, but they are, I think, not quite the same because intelligence means the ability to think, whereas cognition is about the process of perceiving, reasoning, deciding, acting, and then learning, which is a continuous loop for an AI agent. So, is this how you think about it as well?
I think to a large degree, you're right in saying this, Rashmi, and I would like to pull up this slide just to indicate like the separation you mentioned about context and input and intelligence. And I love this representation where the intelligence increases as the context also increases. And really, there are four chapters or eras of context. And currently, we're between context 2.0 and context 3.0. And I think the interesting thing to note here, Rashmi, is that context was always something we had to translate. So you had to go to a CRM system or an ERP system to take that information and translate that into context. And now we're moving into context as instruction. So the context that goes into memory actually instructs the AI agent. And the next step is where context is the scenario. Just like a human being, you find yourself in a scenario and you know how to react in that scenario. And then the ultimate is context as world. So we as humans, as we move, we receive context as input all the time, and that builds our contextual reference and we act on that. And the ideal would be then in the near future, AI agents will be able to live in our world, receive these inputs all the time, and build that intellectual or the contextual reference for them, when they assisting humans.
I'm waiting for that time to soon come for us. And and what stands out with this particular conversation that it isn't about models alone because models are getting much powerful, memory is maturing. So now the real differentiator looks like is about the agent that can reason well in a super messy and real world situations. And I think 2026 feels like the year of cognition. Thank you so much for walking us through this, and I'll chat with you soon.
Great, thanks Rashmi, chat soon.